The month of December is just a crazy time for us crocheters. We've got all the handmade gifts we want to make. We've got the pattern test, the end of the year projects, finishing up those temperature blankets. I mean, come on, I could go on. And personally, I was no exception to this. I wanted to make all the handmade gifts. I wanted to design all the patterns. I wanted to do it all. And you know, sometimes I think we set the bar a little too high for ourselves, and it's a lot. And so for that reason, I just thought that showing you everything I made in the month of December was a good idea, and it's been a while since we've done one of these, so here we go. I personally love watching these videos, and I just love to see what other people are making because I'm nosy and annoying. So I figured I'd show you what I made in case you're curious. And you'll probably pick up on the theme that I'm slightly obsessed with amigurumi these days. It's the majority of what I do, which is kind of funny because it wasn't always that way. But I will keep all of the patterns that I use this month linked in the description in case you see anything here and you're like, I want to make that. And if that's the case and you do want to make something, just check out that description. I keep them all down there for you because, as you know, I would not leave you hanging like that, okay? Glad we have that settled. And before we jump into it, if you're new here, hi, my name is Annie. I'm a crochet pattern designer and I share all sorts of fun crochet related content here on YouTube. I love all things cozy, all things crochet. And if you do too, you should definitely stick around and hit that subscribe button. And with all of that being said, I think we're ready to go ahead and jump into everything I made in the month of December. I've got it all laid out here in front of me on my desk. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I also made quite a few gifts this month, and obviously I don't have them all with me, so I will just keep them displayed on the screen as I talk about them, and we're just gonna have to go with that, okay? And really quick, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm gonna share all of my current whips that I am taking with me into the new year, and you won't want to miss them because I think they're fun. Let's get into it. So we're going to start off in no particular order because who has time for that? I honestly don't remember the order I crochet things because I crochet a lot of things. The first thing that I made this month were the Christmas mice. This is my crochet pattern for Christmas that I made. This is a free pattern on my blog and it's this little mouse and his head pops up and he's adorable if you ask me. And this one is holding a snowball because it's adorable. I love these and they're super quick make. They're relatively no sew. The only thing you really have to sew is the little snowball or peppermint, whichever you choose to make, but I know Christmas has passed, so we'll just move on to the next thing. They're kind of funny when their heads are popped up because they just wobble around like this, but I think they're fun, and if you want to hold on to this pattern for next Christmas, it'll be there. So I definitely recommend it. Maybe I'm a little biased because I designed it. Next up is a project that we worked on together on this channel in one of my vlogs. And this is a design in collaboration with Hobie, which I'm so excited about. And I can't believe I'm designing a pattern for them. If you watch my videos, you already know the excitement in the way I feel about this. So moving on, this is Wade, the Umbrella Octopus. I'm very proud of his name and I'm very proud of how he looks. I think he's pretty dang cute. And if you don't know, Umbrella Octopus, what's the plural of octopus? Octopi? The Umbrella Octopus has little ears like this, and I think it just makes them very cute. If you play Animal Crossing, you've probably caught this in the ocean. They have them in the game, and that's where I originally found out about them. But there's also one in Finding Nemo, the little purple octopus that says, "Aw, you made me ink." That's an Umbrella Octopus, so the more you know. But this is a super fun project. It's pretty low sew. The only thing you have to sew are the little ears, and it will be coming to Hobie.com sometime in the beginning of 2024. And you know I will keep you updated on that if you're interested. So really happy with this one. I think it's cute, and I'm excited to see you make it, maybe, if you want to. So I released another crochet pattern this month, and this might be one of my favorite designs of all time. I'm so proud of this one. This is Hank the Goose, and I think he's pretty dang cute. I just love this thing so much. They're so fun to make, and they're pretty easy too. And I just love the way he sits, and I love his little belly. I just love seeing this guy sitting on my shelf. He's seriously my favorite. But another reason why I love the pattern so much is that it includes a mallard modification, and honestly, I think the mallard mallard is more popular than Hank the goose himself. This is what he looks like. I think he's so cute. It's basically the exact same pattern, but it just gives you the instructions on where to change color to make it look like a mallard, and it includes the yarn that I used and all of that fun stuff. So I think he is so cute, and I need to make a lot more of these in 2024. And of course, I recommend this pattern because I designed it and I'm very proud of it, and I'm confident that you will love it too. So it's definitely worth checking out. And of course, I also had to make a little mini Hank with some acrylic yarn and a smaller hook, and I just think this is absolutely adorable. I mean, just look at tiny little Hank and his little belly. It's my favorite thing ever. I'm just so proud of this design. And if you told me a couple years ago that I was designing something like this, I truly wouldn't have believed you because I would have had no idea where to start back then. So if you're interested in pattern designing, I just want to encourage you, because in the beginning it can feel like the impossible task, but as your skills improve, I know you can totally do it if it's something you're interested in. In a Q&A recently, someone asked me if I ever planned on selling physical products, and my answer was a hard no. And I find that funny because I currently am selling physical products in my shop. So I've recently just been in love with making little plushies, and I figured I have no use for all of them, so I might as well just put them up on Etsy, and people have been really loving them, and I'm so grateful for that. Currently, I have 2 different types of dinosaurs in my Etsy shop, and I only have a couple of them with me, but I figured I'd show you those. So the first is this little T-Rex. This is the coral color. This is the only one that I currently have finished with me because I just recently sold a bunch of them, but I also make them in light pink, a really pretty aqua color, and a darker blue, and people have just been loving these, and honestly, I can see why. They're just so cute and chubby, and it's a really easy project too. I love making these, so again, if you're interested, I'll have that pattern linked in the description for you. But along with the T-Rex dinos, I've also been making these really cute little Triceratops dinos. I love these, and they're so fun and easy to make. I just am obsessed with making them in all of the colors. And the best part is this is a free pattern, and I believe it's from Crochet Club or Club Crochet. I'll definitely have it linked for you. But what's so cool about their website is that they have a little checkbox marker every time you finish a round. You can check the box, and it is so user friendly. I seriously love using their patterns for that reason, so I definitely recommend checking that out because it's just such a seamless experience using their website for patterns. I seriously love it. But here's this little guy. I just think they're so dang cute. Believe it or not, I actually don't sew anything on with these. It might look like you would have to sew on these little white pieces, but really I just use my crochet hook to loop either side through, and I tie a couple of really secure knots, and honestly I find that holds better. So it's just the all-around perfect project. I also have this coral color. This is my personal favorite. I just love this color. It's my sister's favorite too. And then I also have a hot pink one, but currently in my shop I'm also offering a light pink version, but I need to make a few more of those. So those are the little dinos I have so far. And I made a few different dinos while I was deciding which ones I should put in my shop, and this is one of them. And ultimately I decided not to include this one because really I think if you're making any type of pattern in bulk, you should really enjoy what you're making and find it to be really fun to make. And I just didn't quite feel that way with this one. I also didn't love how thick its tail was, but this was something that I made this month. You know, he just wasn't fitting the vibe of my shop, I guess. It's nothing against you. It's just, I don't know. I didn't want to sell it. Yeah, it took me quite a while to make this, and I feel like for something this size, I'd only really want to sell it for like $10, so it just wasn't a great return on my time, if that makes sense. There were a few other dinos that I made this month while I was trying to narrow down which ones were in my shop. I don't have them currently, but I will try to put a picture if I do have them. So up next, this is an interesting one. So I have to tell you a little story about how I found this pattern. I had recently had the idea to design a tortoise pattern because I never recalled seeing one. And so usually what I'll do before I design a pattern is I'll go kind of look on the internet and make sure there's nothing too similar. And in the process of doing that, I found a tortoise that looked exactly like what I was kind of picturing I would design in my head. But since I found one so similar, obviously I did not end up making the pattern. I instead bought the pattern from the designer and just made one for myself because I think they're so cute. This is a pattern from All From Jade, who is such a talented designer. designer. Her patterns are so well written and thorough and just so seamless to work with. There's a reason why people love her patterns so much, but this is such a cute little tortoise. This is kind of exactly what I was wanting to design, but of course I'm not going to do it because there's already one so similar out there. But I just think this is so cute. You see sea turtles and things like that so often, but I feel like you don't often see a little tortoise. And look at his little tail. Are you kidding me? So he's adorable. I want to make this in so many different colors. And the best part, I know a lot of you are going to love this. This is a no-sew pattern, which is just the best. No-sew patterns, you know, there's a reason why us crocheters want a no-sew pattern, and it's because sewing, if we wanted to sew, we would sew, am I right? Like, but I just think he's the cutest. He's always sitting on my shelf and staring at me, and I love it. I really do love it. I want to make one with acrylic yarn as well, so he's just super tiny and adorable. The pattern also comes with this modification to make it look like a little ice cream scoop on top of his shell, which is so cute. I know I probably sound like a broken record. It's so cute, and it would be so fun to kind of play around with the different ice cream scoops that you can have on him, like the mint chip one or like a little rainbow ice cream scoop. It's the best, and I highly recommend the pattern if you haven't tried it already. So this month I also designed another pattern which is currently in testing, and I'm so excited. This is another pattern design that I'm just so in love with. I think that I've just been getting really excited for spring, and with that I had the idea to design a little hatching chick, and here he is. I mean, come on. Do you see this little guy? He's currently in testing, and this pattern should be coming out within about a week or so. I plan on making this a free tutorial here on YouTube, and I'll also have the free written pattern on my blog. I'll probably also have a PDF version for pretty cheap on my Etsy shop as well, but I just think this is so cute, and if you want, you can sew this little egg cap on. You can leave it off, but maybe the best part of all is this is a little popping pattern. So he pops up like this, and it looks like he has an empty little egg below him, and then you just pop him right back in. It's hard to do this while I'm holding my mic, but you get the idea. He is pretty cute. And again, we love a no-sew pattern. This is no-sew. The only thing you have to really sew on is his beak. So I don't know if that counts as no-sew or low-sew, but yeah, let me know what you think of him. I'm very, very excited for this one, and I'm just excited to see everyone make it because honestly, I feel like this would be such a great little pattern to use for markets and stuff, especially in the springtime. These would just be so fun to have around your house for Easter or to stick in Easter baskets and just all that fun stuff. I think it's so cute, and yeah, let me know what you think of it. So moving on to the things that I don't have with me, the first of those is a little ram that I showed in a few videos back. I freehanded this cute little ram, and I put him in a jersey like the LA Rams for my sister's boyfriend, who is a big fan of the Rams, and I'm happy to report that he absolutely loved it, which makes me so happy. So I'm really glad he liked it, but I obviously don't have it with me because it was a Christmas present. I know I have some pictures, so you'll be seeing it, but who knows, maybe I will make that into a pattern because I think it turned out really cute. And if you're a Rams fan, you know, maybe you need one as well. And I just love that idea of crocheting a little mascot for someone and putting it in a shirt like that. It's just such a unique gift, especially when you customize it and make it fit someone's favorite sports team or something like that. I think they will appreciate it, and it's a great gift. So, and the next project that I do not have with me is a hexagon cardigan I made for last week's video. If you've ever wanted to make a hexagon cardigan, you should definitely check out last week's video because I walk you through the entire process. But I actually made that neutral cardigan in the video for my sister because she loves all the neutral colors in her wardrobe and all of that, and she absolutely loved it. So again, it just completely fills my cup. It makes me so happy to gift handmade things to people, especially when they really appreciate the time and love that you put into them. It just really means a lot. I'm sure if you're a crocheter, you totally relate. There's just nothing better than when someone actually appreciates the time and energy that goes into a handmade piece because, you know, just in today's day and age, we can get things so quick and so cheap. So it's always just special when people appreciate it. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, so we have to talk about the current whips because I'm very excited about them and I'm just having so much fun with them. So first up, I've been working on my Tunisian crochet. I am by no means, you know, good yet, but I really just love working the Tunisian crochet simple stitch. It's one of my favorite things to do when I'm just watching a show or something. It's so relaxing, it's so easy and just mindless, honestly. And so this is what I've been working on. It's literally just the simple stitch, and I think it looks so cool. It's really just, not anything fancy. This is just some acrylic yarn, and I've just been having fun with it, so I'm going with it. And right now this is really just a giant square. My plan is to make this into a cute little blanket for my cat, which is probably a big mistake because he loves yarn and I have a feeling he's probably going to snag the crap out of this, but it's whatever. It's really just a giant swatch. It's practice for me and he can cozy up with it because he deserves it. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to continue learning more about Tunisian crochet in 2024. I plan on purchasing Tony's Tunisian crochet handbook soon, and I think that's going to be really fun to work on some really cool patterns as soon as I feel a little bit more comfortable with my skills. But yeah, so far I just absolutely love it, and so I had to share that with you because I want to say it was a few months ago I made a vlog of me learning how to Tunisian crochet, and I didn't get very far, but we've made some progress. And last but not least is something I'm very excited about. I'm currently making a little desk mat with some of my favorite colors. It's just this forest green and sage green, and I believe this is kind of like a mushroomy color, and I'm using the moss stitch. I think it's also called the linen stitch. It has a bunch of different names, but I think this is going to be so fun to rest my keyboard on top of. Also, this is just the loops and threads acrylic yarn, and I'm so surprised by the quality of it, and for the price of it, it just really seems like they've elevated some of their value yarns, and I really appreciate that because this is pretty good yarn for the price. I just really like it, and for the price it hardly splits, it's really durable, and it's actually very soft, so you can't really go wrong with that one. I highly recommend it. Try it. You might like it. And that's everything that I crocheted this month. I cannot believe that 2023 is already coming to an end. It's just been a crazy year. It's the year I started this YouTube channel and just did so much more crocheting than I've ever done in the past 6 years of crocheting. So it's really just crazy. It's been quite a year, but I'm so happy and I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. And I'm just so grateful to be taking you and this awesome community along with me into 2024 because I know there are so many exciting videos and fun things in store for us here on this channel. And I hope that you stick around for them and subscribe because I'm really excited. And I'm excited to keep designing patterns, keep making more crochet friends, and just embracing all things cozy and crafting as I do. So I just want to thank you so much for being here and sticking around to the end of the video. And I'm curious what your favorite make of the month was. What was your favorite project you worked on this month? Maybe it was your favorite gift you gave to somebody or just your favorite thing you made for yourself. Definitely let me know in the comments because, crocheting is just what I'm all about. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm nosy and annoying. So let me know what you're making because I want to know. So thank you so much again for being here. I'm wishing you a happy, healthy, and safe 2024. I am so excited to see where this new year takes us in this channel, and it'll just be really fun to look back a year from now and see how much we've grown, all the fun crochet things that we've done. So until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.